Hi Mark, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon to talk about Royal Norfolk Agricultural Association and to bring to life the commercial director opportunity that you're looking to recruit. I thought it'd be really useful just to start with you sharing with us a little bit more about RNNA's journey and what it's all about and its purpose going forward.
Yeah, Jodie, hi, and to those of you listening, thank you very much for showing interest in this really exciting post. So let me tell you a little bit about the Royal Norfolk Agricultural Association. We are a charity that exists to promote and support food farming and countryside, and therefore the wider agricultural sector in Norfolk. We've been in existence since 1847. We are best known for delivering the Royal Norfolk Show, less well known for all the many activities, important activities that we actually deliver all year round in support of the agricultural industry. The organisation is effectively in two parts. There is the charity, that is the Royal Norfolk Agricultural Association, but we also have a very strong trading entity, Norfolk Showground Limited, which manages the commercial activities on the Norfolk Showground site. What's key for us is that we can't be really effective in delivering our charitable objectives unless we are underpinned by strong and sustainable commercial activities. So we're at the point now where this organisation has recovered very strongly out of the COVID pandemic. We restructured the team 2 years ago to set the conditions for future growth and long-term sustainability of the organisation. So having completed that, having grown back strongly, delivered a very good Royal Norfolk Show last year, delivered all sorts of new commercial activities. We are now ready for the next phase of our journey, which is about setting the conditions and implementing the strategy for the long-term uses of Norfolk Showground, and also the longer-term impacts, the charitable objectives of the Royal Norfolk Agricultural Association. So what I need now is to grow the team, and we're doing that in a number of ways. But the key post is now to appoint a commercial director of the association. It's a new post to work hand in glove with me, supporting the Board of Trustees in delivering and implementing the exciting and bold vision and strategy that we now have for the association and for Norfolk Showground. I need somebody who's going to come in, who's going to get things done. I don't want somebody who's necessarily going to get buried in spreadsheets and policies, but to work quickly and sustainably, but intelligently, to now put in place new commercial initiatives to help us take forward a number of capital development projects, to manage how we use our land, particularly our properties on the site, how we look after our short-term hirings and our long-term tenants, and continue to build on the good work of the team to make this organisation even more financially efficient and effective. It's a broad role.
In terms of kind of the overall role, for somebody who might be kind of doing a similar type of position and thinking about, okay, this could be great for me, can you share with us a little bit about you and the Board of Trustees' strategy for the organisation, and what's your vision for it? Why are you so passionate about it?
Yeah, sure. So the vision for the charity is that we are absolutely relevant and of utility to the sector that we serve. Now, we demonstrate that in spades through the Royal Norfolk Show, but we don't yet have the profile of delivery that all of our other activities deserve, whether that be delivering the Norfolk Farming Conference, the Norfolk Skills and Careers Festival, organising niche seminar and discussion groups for particular parts of the industry who may need to convene and debate a particular matter in the farming community. So in terms of the charitable objectives, that is really what we now need to bring to life, but with a commercial nous to it. We are certainly not a charity, and that's as far as it goes. We are a business first, and part of the organisation happens to be run on charitable lines. But in order to do that and to be really effective, we have to sweat the assets that we have in the Norfolk Showground estate. So the vision for Norfolk Showground, and by the way, it is a successful events venue, has been for several decades now. But going forward, my vision is that you're thinking about, what am I going to do with the family at the weekend? Scroll on your phone, what's on at Norfolk Showground. Because the Showground has that profile, it's already in your mind, because you know that you could come up here at a weekend and there will be a whole range of activities and events that you could join, take part in, and just simply come here because you know it is a destination and you will have an experience. Now, we're already embarking on that journey. We're about to begin a major extension and refurb of our main exhibition hall, the Norfolk Event Centre, previously known as the Norfolk Arena. Some people will remember it as the food hall at the Royal Norfolk Show.
Yeah.
We've also just achieved planning permission for a major new flagship development, and that is to develop and build the Norfolk Food Hall and Market Garden project. So
And that's so exciting.
This is going to change the dial of how Norfolk Showground is perceived, how it is used, and of course that directly impacts positively, we hope, on the Royal Norfolk Agricultural Association. So the idea is that a flagship retail food and drink outlet showcasing and selling Norfolk food and drink produce will exist at the showground right by the front entrance, a big bold statement of what we're about. That project is also complemented by a 2-acre market garden, a community-led growing project that will enable education opportunities and for members of the public to learn more about the whole process of growing. So that second bit links back to our charitable objectives, and you can perhaps begin to get the feel why our commercial and our charitable work is inextricably linked.
Absolutely. So kind of you're obviously at a really important stage in terms of how the organisation moves forward. Can you explain a little bit more then about this commercial director's role as a leader within the business and the kind of person and skills you're looking for in it?
Yeah, certainly. And I think the first thing to realise for any candidate to realise is that we are a small team. And we've got to be really, really effective in what we do. We're a small team, but we're a mighty team as well. But it also demands a particular kind of person who's going to be able to get on and thrive in this environment. And we all need to be prepared to put our hands down a drain and to move tables and chairs. But at the other end of the scale, I need an experienced commercial director who will understand the commercials of the organisation, help us identify and achieve commercial finance solutions for some of the projects that we're taking forward, a knowledge of property exchange, land use, sale, long-term lease, tenant management, but also looking at overall sales campaigns, whether we be selling trade stands for the Royal Norfolk Show. That business is worth about £500,000 to us a year, whether it's securing sponsorship opportunities for the many events that we do, which again, in terms of overall income, is a 6-figure sum that we need to achieve. So it's multifaceted, but it is, at the end of the day, it is somebody who I can have confidence in understanding the commercials of this organisation and making sure that we are really, really efficient, effective. But I also need that person to empathise, understand, and willingly take part in our charitable work.
And finally, obviously culture is the bedrock of any organisation, and I was really lucky to kind of experience some of that when I came to meet with you a couple of weeks ago. Can you share with us a little bit more about RNNA's culture and actually what makes it special?
Yeah, sure. And I think it's fair to say, Jodie, that the Royal Norfolk Agricultural Association is deeply entwined in the fabric of Norfolk. We've been around a long time. We have a lot of connections with all sorts of different sectors in the county, not just the agricultural sector, but wider retail, leisure, business, professional services, tourism, and so on. And I think that's partly because we've been around a long time, partly because of the Royal Norfolk Show, which is a multi-sector event, but also because we have a 3,000 strong membership of individuals all over the county and beyond who support what we do, and they are the wider family. So that you aren't just joining a business. This is an organisation that is a business but has a very, very extensive family and a very, very extensive ability to be able to convene and bring people together for whatever common good, for whatever cause. And going back to the executive team, I described a small team. We are a small team, so don't expect lots of additional staff to do the work. We all have to pitch in. But it's a team that is professional, it is strong, capable, and has a sense of urgency for what it wants to achieve. But I think in terms of culture, the one word that comes to the fore is family, the wider family of the RNAA.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Mark. I think you've really given us a good introduction to the Royal Norfolk Agricultural Association and really given it some colour so that if people are thinking about applying for this role, they get a deeper insight into what you're all about. Thanks very much.
Thank you.